So welcome back guys to We Talk Boxing, and today I'm going to be talking about a fight which has recently been announced for the 10th of December this year, and it involves Billam-Smith versus Mateusz Masternak. Now this fight is set to take place in Bournemouth, and again it's towards the back end of this year, and it involves Billam-Smith, where he is coming off a brilliant fight in his last fight, which was against Lawrence Okolie, where he won via a majority decision victory, and that was back in May. So this will be his second outing this year. Now this is a good fight between two guys, similar in age. Billam-Smith is 33, Masternak is 36, so quite similar in age for both of these guys. However, their more experience lands with Mateusz Masternak. He's had over 50 fights, 52 fights to be precise. Um, but yeah, his KO percentage, again, he's got 31 KOs out of them 47 wins, with 5 losses on his record. One of those losses was a KO loss as well. Now, Marius is obviously on a good winning spree as well. So again, in his last 8 fights, sorry, he's pretty much only lost once, and that was back in 2018, and that was a unanimous decision loss against a guy called Decortis. I probably butchered that name, but it is what it is. So I considered this test to be a quite good opponent test, really, because this guy's obviously got a lot of experience. He's a big puncher because he's got 31 knockouts to his name. And he's ranked quite decent as well amongst the WBO. He's currently ranked number 5. So that this is quite good for Billam-Smith. Obviously, he's the current champion, WBO champion. He dethroned Lawrence Okolie. So he goes off against a top 10 opponent, and someone with a brilliant record, more experienced than him, slightly older than him, and I guess will come to this fight believing that he could potentially cause an upset. Now, Billam-Smith, obviously this is his second outing this year, but I do believe next year, 2024, we will see Billam-Smith maybe have 3 fights next year potentially. But I do see that he will be in the bigger fights next year. Hopefully, he comes through with this fight unscathed, no controversies, and he doesn't lose, etc. And there's some good fights there. Obviously, it'd be good for him to maybe challenge one of the other champions within the division in the WBC. I think it's Badu Jack. I don't think he's been stripped yet or vacated. But again, he was the champion, WBC champion. And then you've got Gudamarian, I think, as well. Is he still Gudamarian? I don't think he is he? Yeah, Gudamarian. So hopefully, possibly fight him or maybe Jai Apataya as well. Jai Apataya recently fought against Jordan Thompson, and again that fight he destroyed him, and there was a big difference in class and opposition. But yeah, I feel as if there's some good big fights there for Billam-Smith, but he needs to get through this one really. Obviously, it's a quite a tough opponent to kind of um, to go up against, but I do believe that he has the skills to potentially beat this guy. Both of these guys, Billam-Smith and Mastic, weren't realistically blessed with amateur experience before turning over pro. Masternak only had 7 fights, whilst obviously Billam-Smith pretty much had 7, 8 fights himself. So again, he's the both guys, weren't really blessed in terms of amateur experience, but they've made up for it now in regards to their pro careers. But I do favour Billam-Smith. It's in front of his hometown crowd, and there will be a lot of Bournemouth fans there supporting on Billam-Smith as well. So yeah, I believe he will come through this. Whether or not it'll be a knockout, I'm not too sure. I think this guy's quite durable. Yes, he's lost 5 fights, but again, it's 5 in like 50, which is a lot. But let me know your thoughts. Good fight to pretty much end the year. Um, yeah, let me know what you think, and who would you like to see Billam-Smith go up against next year. As always, guys, please subscribe, like, and comment. Bless.